Hello my darlings, hope you're all doing well. Bless Shelley here. And in this reading I want to take a look at your first meeting and first impressions of you and your future spouse. Alright, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at today's options. See which one you're mostly drawn to, don't overthink it, and let's go ahead and get started. My lovely option number 1, and welcome to your reading, guys. As I'm shuffling the cards, say your name out loud or in your head, helps you better connect to the energies of the reading. Alright, let's see your first meeting with your future spouse and first impressions. Nine of Cups. Oh my god. Okay, well, the Nine of Cups, guys, it's basically the card of getting what it is that you wanted. It's making all of those dreams become realities. So you know what I'm sensing over here? You guys have very high standards. I bet you are somebody who doesn't settle for anything less than, and you might get a lot of people saying like, oh, you know, with standards like this, you're going to be single for a very long time, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, listen, I worked on myself so hard, so long. You have some good examples in your life. So you're like, I'm not even going to settle for anything less. And well done, because I do see a lot of people literally trying to convince you that you should settle, that you should kind of overlook some red flags. And you're like, no, there's something within you that just kind of knows that you're destined to be with a good person, with a person that matches your vibe, with a person that matches your emotional intelligence. And you know what? Honestly, guys, I also feel like you're very strong manifestors, but it's that persistence that's going to pay off. And you are going to meet your future spouse. And honestly, with the Nine of Cups card, this is a very good indication that it's almost like, you know, he's going to be or she's going to be 9 out of 10. Everything that you wanted. And it's a very, very high number to have that 9 out of 10, honestly. Now let's talk about how you will meet. So the Nine of Cups, this is the energy of being very comfortable. The Nine of Cups is usually also associated with places that, I want to say, have something to do with food and beverage. So I am seeing, you know, for some of you, it's at some sort of reception that you're meeting them. Yeah, it could be a wedding reception, it could be like somebody's anniversary, but it's in a nice place. It's either a nice restaurant or it's a nice hotel. For some of you, I'm seeing it happens at dawn. Almost at dawn. So maybe after a long party. They're telling me that on the day that you're going to meet your future spouse, guys, somebody is going to be giving you a hard time. And this might also be because, you know, you guys are considered to be picky. And I would definitely say that, you know, you guys are picky, but very rightfully so. So they're kind of saying like one of the other hints on the day that you're meeting your future spouse, somebody is going to be giving you a hard time. And you might just kind of be like, okay, you know what, I've had enough of listening to that BS. I'm just going to go chill somewhere by myself, because I'm seeing that your future spouse and you start communicating, you know, maybe when you're sitting at the table by yourself, or you kind of somewhere out on the patio, chilling by yourself, kind of a little bit withdrawn. And they're telling me you're in a different place as to where you are at this particular moment. They're saying that you might have to travel to attend this event. Not necessarily international travel, that didn't come through, but it's something along the lines where, you know, maybe it's going to be like a long day, and maybe a plane or a train is going to be delayed. There is going to be some change of plans. And also on that day, you're going to break a couple of hearts, guys, honestly. Like there's this energy where people are going to approach you on the day that you meet your future spouse. And I think even when your future spouse approaches you, you kind of gonna be like, okay, my God, what do you want? Leave me alone, sort of thing, right? Because they are showing me, that there are going to be people approaching you, and you're just gonna be like, no, like I'm not interested. I'm like, I don't know. You're going to be in some sort of mood, like literally, you'll be like, leave me alone. But you see, when your future spouse approaches you, let me get more details. You might also kind of be like, what? Let me be. Yeah, I think you're just going to be kind of tired and drained by the whole day, by that event that you're going to attend. But what I like about your future spouse is that they're not a quitter. And what I'm seeing over here, it's either that they're going to find a very original way to talk to you. So it's not just going to be like, hey, how are you, sort of thing. It's something original. It's something, I want to say, maybe with a sense of humor. Maybe they're going to, like, they engage you in a very interesting way. And suddenly you're switched on. Suddenly you're like, okay, well, this is interesting. So it's not like they're going to hit directly on you, although there is going to be an element of like flirtiness. But it's almost like the energy, like they engage you in a very nice, and it's kind of hard to put it in words, guys, but they engage you. They say something that helps you relax. They say something that puts you at ease. But at the same time, you're interested, you're intrigued. And then the conversation just flows. You see, with the Hierophant, it could be that your future spouse has a very different way of thinking. The way that they communicate, the way that they present themselves, it has this energy of authority. It has this energy of wisdom. And I think you're really going to like it. But it's not that heavy energy, when they kind of preach and they talk about something, you're like, oh my God. No, it's different. So, you are going to be quite impressed with your future spouse's, I want to say, presence. Even though right from the get-go, at the beginning, you might feel like, I just want to be left alone. And they say something that makes you completely melt. That makes you melt. So it's not like they're going to intrude in your personal space, because I'm seeing like them keeping their space. And then with your body language, with the tone of your voice, as soon as you become more relaxed, then they're like, okay, do you mind if I sit next to you? Do you know what I mean? And you're like, okay, yeah, you know what? This is promising. Let's see where this leads to. Okay. Now let me see your the first impression of your future spouse of you. You guys, even though you might be in a weird mood, or you might just be like in this energy of like, the hedgehog, when they got all the needles out there, don't touch me, they're still going to think that you're very cute. So maybe you're somebody who's quite petite for some of you, and you have a very youthful appearance about you, and they're going to find you sweet. Even though, you might be in the mood, I'm getting, for a lot of you, my darlings, that your future spouse is bigger than you are, especially for my lovely girlies. Yeah, that your future spouse, if you're interested in males, they're going to be bigger than you are, like larger, bigger, taller. Okay. The Ace of Cups. Oh my God. Okay, well, your future spouse, I think they're going to fall for you pretty much straight away. I'm not saying it's love at first sight, but it's definitely some sort of emotion that's quite odd for them. Not that they haven't experienced it before, but with your future spouse, the connection is pretty much instant. And it's a mix of physical and energy, because physically they're going to find you very attractive, very sweet, but it's also an energy that's going to be very magnetic, that's going to be pulling them towards you. And I think they'll just want to cheer you up over here. They want to cheer you up. And that's why I think they're going to say something that's I don't know, they just keep on saying, like, for some of you, it's something that's rather funny. For some of you, it's something that kind of makes you think about something, and you're like, huh, well, that's original. That's something I haven't heard before, you know. So, yeah. And they literally, you guys might be in such a shitty mood for whatever reason, but they literally lift you up. So I'm seeing a lot of, like, you know, humor. And then, you know, when your future spouse starts talking, you're going to start noticing little details about them with that Ace of Wands. And maybe I'm going to be a little bit rude, but honestly, guys, it's very close to being very turned on. Like, there's something about the smell, the gestures. You're going to feel that chemistry. You're going to be like, damn, okay, you know what? They're hot. They're hot. And you're like, ooh. And then you become this, like, flirty, foxy version of yourself. Ooh, I'm loving this. All right, my lovely option number 1. And that's what I see for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading and it resonated. If you're up for a personal one, all you have to do is send me an email. The email's in the description box below this video. Do check my Patreon page out with over 180 exclusive videos, additional discounts on personal readings, and much, much more. All right, my darlings, take care now. Bye. My lovely option number 2. Hi and welcome to your reading, guys. Get comfy. As I'm shuffling the cards, say your name out loud in your head. Helps you better connect to the energies of the reading. All right, the first time you meet your future spouse, first impressions, how you will meet your future spouse. You know what I'm getting so strongly for you, my lovely option number 2? Like, it's almost somebody who's screaming in my ear saying, they already know them. Okay, they already know them. All right, let's try and break this down. I don't know who is screaming into my ear, but I'm literally getting that energy. You already know them. Okay, a lot of... Yeah, okay, I understand. My darlings, I'm getting a lot of earth energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn coming through. And it could be that in this particular time, in this very moment, you or this person is giving you a hard time, or you are giving them a hard time. Anyways, I'm seeing that you guys might be having a fight. It could be that there's some sort of tense energy between the two of you. And your person, your future spouse, is feeling very emotional right now. Let me get more information. This took a turn, didn't it? Okay. So, my lovely option number 2, you're a little bit of a complicated bunch, aren't you? So for some of you, what I'm seeing is that you might already be living with this person, or you were planning to move in, but what I'm getting is the energy of either them not completely being out of some sort of relationship, or you not being completely out of some sort of relationship. For some reason, I'm getting influence. Like, you and this person, there's a very strong influence from relatives, from friends, maybe from children, if you have children. It's like chaotic, this energy, for whatever reason. And maybe you kind of, either you're on a break, or you know what I mean? Like, there's so many people that are, for whatever reason, involved in this connection. But they keep on saying that you know this person already, and maybe you're in no contact right now. Let me get more information over here. Maybe they're at a distance. I see that for quite a few of you, you met your future spouse either online, or through some sort of dating website. You guys might be dating right now, or you're thinking like, okay, you know what, forget him or forget her, I'm going to see what else is out there, because I'm seeing a lot of communication with other people. But by the way, your future spouse is very jealous. Is very jealous. They might not show it. They might put in the extra effort to show you that they're not jealous. They might even be doing something right now to make you jealous. So it's kind of like a power struggle game that's going on, guys. You know your future spouse. You know exactly who I'm talking to, guys. Maybe they're not ready to commit. What I'm seeing over here is that they're quite passionate, a very difficult person at times, big ego. They're very good looking, so are you. So I'm definitely seeing, that neither one of you is lacking the attention of the opposite sex or the same sex if you're, if you like, the same gender. But I'm definitely seeing that, both of you get attention. Both of you get people looking at you, asking you out. But what I'm seeing between the two of you, you can't be with one another, you can't be apart. So it's kind of like you're giving each other a very hard time. What does this person feel right now? They're hoping. They're hoping things will work out. But this is a very complex energy because it's almost like they want things to work out by themselves, or they want to put in the minimum effort. They might be saying something like, God willing, we'll be together, or, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So it's a little bit of, I want to say, okay, I'm not here to judge anybody, but, maybe a little bit of immaturish and irresponsible approach to a relationship where they kind of want somebody else to deal with it when they have to become more switched on, sort of thing. And you know what? They will. Right now, you're going through this time where both of you are learning more about what it is that you want in a relationship. The person that I'm talking about right now is maturing. They're going through a lot of difficult things within themselves. They kind of have to deal with their pride, with their ego, with the realization that, they have to put in the effort, with the realization that they can't just walk away from you like they thought they could, because the heart wants what it wants. The heart wants what it wants. A lot of Gemini energy, by the way, is coming through as well. But I am getting, for a lot of you, this person is at a distance, or you are at a distance. One of you is traveling. Maybe one of you is living somewhere very far from the other person. But they also, they can't be without you guys. But you know your future spouse already. Just out of interest, what was their first impression of you when you first met? Oh, here comes trouble. Here comes trouble. This one is not going to be easy. This is like the first impression that they had of you. They knew exactly what they were getting into. Honestly, they knew exactly what they were getting into. But they thought that they could tame you. But option number 2, I honestly don't see this happening in the near future. The only person who could tame you, so to speak, is you. And nobody else can ever tame you. There's something very wild about you. There's something that's very strong about you. And your future spouse and you, I'm going to be honest with you, you will have to compromise a lot in your relationship. A lot. But you already know your future spouse. You already met them. And I'm getting initials DMBZJOM. and A is coming through. And they're saying for now, what you have to do is be patient. Yeah. Patience is key over here. I know you might not want to be patient. I know you might want to just kind of be like, oh, come on. I want somebody different. I want things to progress. I want my answers. But you know what? They keep on saying it's meant to be. Here with the energy of the Ten of Cups, it's something that's meant to be. You guys are soulmates. You just kind of need to help each other. I want to say become more aware of yourselves and of your relationship needs, and that is going to happen quite soon. It's a difficult situation. I mean, look at this card. You know that there are people fighting over each other, but things will balance themselves out. And you're going to go from that energy of maybe fighting with one another. You're going to go into the energy of becoming a team. And I absolutely love that for you. All right, my lovely option number 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading and I hope it resonated. If you're up for a personal read, all you have to do is send me an email. The email's in the description box below this reading. And so is the link to my Patreon page with access to exclusive library of over 180 exclusive videos. I said exclusive twice, didn't I? Anyways, it's exclusive twice. Additional discounts on personal readings and much, much more. So make sure to check it out. All right, my darlings, take care now. Bye. My lovely option number 3. Hi and welcome to reading, guys. As I'm shuffling the cards, say your name out loud or in your head. Helps you better connect to the energies of this reading. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. First meeting of your future spouse, how you will meet your future spouse, and first impressions. Show me. Okay. So what I'm seeing over here, and with the Chariot card, a lot of you guys might have Cancer energy. A lot of you guys might have Pisces energy. And what I'm seeing when it comes to how you will meet your future spouse, guys, is for whatever reason, they're showing me a seashore, right? They're showing me a large body of water. It's not a lake. It has waves. So it's either an ocean or a sea. Yeah. It could also be a large river. They are showing me a large river. But it's windy. It's a windy day because I keep getting waves. It's a windy day. For some of you, it's like a place that has pebbles, or it has a very nice, like for some of you, literally, guys, they're showing me River Thames in London for whatever reason. But for the majority of you, they keep on showing me some sort of shore. All right, let me see more. The way that you meet your future spouse is quite interesting. Your future spouse is coming through as a protector. So they're showing me, you guys might end up being in some sort of... Now, I don't want you to get scared or alarmed or anything, but, they're showing me two scenarios over here. One scenario is that there's some sort of conflict with somebody. It's not a big conflict, but it's a conflict nonetheless, right? Because they're giving me the Tower, they're giving me the Nine of Swords, they're giving me the Two of Swords. So, it could be that you're on a beach and there's some sort of conflict and your future spouse comes in to back you up. Comes in to protect you. Your future spouse comes in to set things straight. For some of you, they're showing me like a restaurant, and maybe somebody gets your order wrong or they spill something on you and they are being rude about it, and you're like, well, I haven't done anything wrong, like you messed up. And it kind of feels, like from the other side of the restaurant or the bar, like your future spouse comes through or says something to back you up. You know what I mean? Now, the second scenario over here, and again, I don't want you guys to get upset or whatever, but I also don't want to kind of sugarcoat everything in my readings because, life is life and things happen. You guys might have a little bit of an accident and, or somebody next to you might have a little bit of an accident where you need like a Band-Aid, or somebody might feel a little bit dizzy and you might kind of, somebody might call an ambulance just in case. And, because your future spouse comes through as protector. Because for some of you, option number 3, I'm seeing your future spouse as somebody who works as a doctor or who works in an ambulance, or, somebody who has some sort of medical training, and they help you and they assist you. It's nothing life-threatening. It's nothing that's big and horrible. No, it's nothing like this. But it's something that requires some sort of attention. And because your future spouse is actually somebody who's incredibly caring, they might want to go that extra mile to ensure you're okay. Some of you might get a nosebleed, or you might get a little cut, or you might feel like, a little bit of pressure, and you might be like, oh my God, what is it? Is it a heart attack? Is it this? And, you might just be getting a heartburn or something like this. But it's nothing, again, I want to say life-threatening, but your future spouse comes through at a moment where you need assistance, you need help, you need a little bit of support. Yeah? Okay. Let's get more information. You don't know your future spouse, by the way. You know what I'm seeing, guys, for some of you? Like, honestly, you guys, if you are in training in medical school, or if you are in medicine yourself, you guys could be the ones who will be assisting your future spouse. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. They're like, it's not just about them getting into a little bit of trouble, but it could be your future spouse that requires assistance. And if you guys are in medical profession, turn that whole story around. You are the ones who are going to be helping your future spouse. Oh my God, that's so sweet. Oh, that's amazing. But I keep on saying, all is well that ends well. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at first impressions. So, your first impression of your future spouse. Whoopam. Okay. Sweet, caring, fast acting. I want to say gentle force. They're very strong, but they're not aggressive. They're very, it's like this beautiful, gentle force. They're very compassionate, but at the same time, they keep their cool and they're very collected. This is, again, very true for medical stuff, when they're compassionate, they're caring, but they also keep their shit together and they're trying to keep everybody calm. So it's like the way that they talk, the way that they communicate, the way that they do things, it's calming, but it's effective. And again, I keep getting like this medical profession that keeps on coming through. Medical, or also, nutrition and things like this. You're going to think that they're very compassionate, calm. I want to say empathy is coming through very strongly as well. Like you will feel understood. And the 8 of Wands, it's something about being able to make fast decisions as well. Being very collected, staying calm under stress, like keeping their cool. Oh, but you're going to be so in awe of them, guys. You are going to be like, because they're going to have this leadership energy. But it's interesting, again, they're saying it's a soft leadership energy. It's not aggressive, it's not overpowering, it's very soft. And of course, the Wands, this is the energy of, I want to say, chemistry. You will find them attractive. I don't think you're going to be thinking about them that way first. because of the situation of how you will meet. Like, obviously, you'll be preoccupied with something else, but you will find them attractive. Like, once everything kind of comes down, you're like, wow, they're very attractive. They might be foreign. How interesting. You'll be wondering, like, are they foreign? Because it's either that they're going to look a certain way, or they might have some sort of accent, and you'd be like, okay, are they foreign? Nice. Let's take a look at your future spouse's first impression of you, my darlings. Okay. Well, for them, it's just like, it's hard to put it in words, guys. It's a very fast energy where there's desire to help. There's this desire to protect. If you are a woman watching this, they're going to think that you're absolutely stunning. And they're saying it doesn't matter what you look like, it doesn't matter what you think, how you look like, what anybody else told you. You are going to be your future husband's or future wife's type straight away. The moon over here, it has a lot of feminine energy. So especially for my ladies, you are going to be like the ideal. When it comes to looks, the ideal for your future spouse. And again, they will think like that they have to think fast, they have to act fast. But there's a very big desire to protect you, to help you. Option number 3. I'm not sure if you're somebody who doesn't really want to accept help, or maybe it makes you feel uncomfortable, or maybe you become very like, I've got this. They're kind of saying like, you might act that way. Like, it's fine, I got this, whatever, I don't need it, blah, blah, blah. And they might think like, oh my God, just let me help you. They'll think that you're a little bit stubborn. But they just have this, I don't know, guys, and they will just want to create a connection with you. And honestly, with the Ace of Cups over here, it's an emotion that overcomes them. An emotion like a protector energy. But it's also emotions when we're talking about, when you meet somebody you haven't seen for a very long time, like a good friend or somebody whom you love so much. This is the kind of emotion that your future spouse is going to experience without having met you before. And it's going to be weird for them, but they're going to go with it. I keep getting soulmates, like literally soulmates over here. Literally soulmates. And for some reason, it's like they're smiling on the inside. As I'm doing this reading, it's like they're smiling. They're showing me, like, finally. You know what I mean? Like, something within them just knows. Like, this is the one. And I think you might get a very similar feeling, guys. Especially if you're very much into... If you're empaths, I would definitely say you're going to resonate with that energy. All right, my lovely option number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated. I don't know, I'm just really happy for you guys. I hope it all works out. If you're up for a personal read, all you have to do is send me an email. The email's in the description box below this reading. In the same place, you will find the link to my Patreon page with over 180 now, exclusive videos, additional discounts on personal readings, and much, much more. So make sure to check it out. All right, my darlings, take care now. Bye.